How do they do it? Why do they do it? Riding and crashing and riding and winning and always faster and faster and faster.
Well, welcome back everybody to With Anto MotoGP. And I want to say thanks to everybody that watched and interacted on the Reset Jorge Martin video. There's a lot going on in the market. We're heading into Aragon, Spanish MotoGP this weekend, round 8. And the market seems to be what everyone's talking about. So let's talk a little bit about that. Toprak, Razagoglu, is he joining Pramac? Sounds like he is. Kenan Sofagoglu is his manager. They're Turkish riders and management team. He always said he wanted a works team. So I can only say and think that he's signed with Yamaha directly. I just want to say before we start talking a little bit more about what's going on. Of course, Aprilia had their fan day just recently. And of course, Jorge Martin turned up. I think he's contractually obliged to do that. I don't think he wants any trouble at the moment. And yet again, I'm seeing a failure from Aprilia. They let him ride the Superbike and the 600. Of course he wants to ride. Any rider turns up and there's all these brand new bikes. You want to get on one. But it's his opportunity there to have trouble. Now, we just see Marini, a little bit of different circumstances, but had a huge crash on the Superbike, the CBR training in Japan for the Suzuka 8 Hour. So I kind of wonder what Aprilia are doing. And every week I can talk about Aprilia failing, but why they didn't stop him, I don't know. What do you think about that? I mean, I think that's pretty crazy. Albacino last year, he left Aprilia. Apparently it was a shock. And both Espargaro and Vinales left last year. I think there's more to this Aprilia thing than just where Jorge Martin's going to ride next year. But I think as we start to head into the summer break, I think there's about 5 rounds to go until the summer break from mid-July. After the Czech Grand Prix to mid-August, I think then we head to the Austrian Grand Prix. So there's a lot playing out, and there's a lot playing out in the market as well. So let's look at some of these rider rumours for the market. It's supposed to be a quiet year this year with all the contracts, but there's a couple of things that are seeming to get traction. Toprak, Yamaha, we've talked about. Rins moving down to the Pramac team. Oliveira out. Miller perhaps going to Monster or perhaps going to HRC. And there's this crazy rumour going around about Bagnaia going to Yamaha. That one I don't see at all. What about in KTM? Bastianini, they're saying he wants to leave. And I've got a funny feeling that there might be a bit of a Ducati swap going on here. I think Bastianini might be well best back at Gresini. Of course, that's where he started. That's where he's had his success. I could see him going back down there with Aldeguer. And I could maybe see Alex Marquez reuniting with his brother, Repsol Honda style, in the Works Ducati team. Because Bastianini, we don't know. But let's talk about what we do know. There's only a couple of slots that are definitely free. One is HRC Honda, Marini's seat. The other is Jack Miller's seat. Those two are definitely open seats, so we'll have to wait and see. Speaking on Acosta, he's come out and said he only wants to go to Ducati. But cut through all that, what do I see? I do believe Martin's going to get back on a Ducati in some form. And I do see Toprak coming back in. So there's going to have to be some spaces made. Okay, what about the race itself this weekend, Aragon? It's a little bit earlier in the year than normally. Normally they run around in August. Now, of course, you know, famously, they're on rotation in Spain now. So last year, they did race in 2024. Marc Márquez, he was number 1. Jorge Martin, the guy that used to ride fast, I think if you can remember him. And Acosta was some 14, 15 seconds back in 3rd. Quartararo didn't finish. Rins ran around in 9th. Jack Miller in 10th. And the Hondas were nowhere. 23, there was no race, so we can't really look back to that. But it basically means this weekend, it's probably time to reset. We're back in Spain. We're back in the home of Motor Grand Prix racing. And I think it's going to be pretty simple what's going to happen there. I think we're going to see the Marquez boys back where they belong Some say, the last couple of races with the mixed weather conditions. I've had a look at the weather. It doesn't look like it's going to be bad. But look, one thing I know is that I think Marc Márquez has won 7 times around there. I think it's his opportunity to win. I think Alex, he'll go quite well as well. I think Morbidelli for the podium. Aldeguer, Zarco, Quartararo, and Miller. I think they're in there as well with Digi Antonio. I think they're the real ones. So what do you guys think about what's going on? Are we a little bit brain dead on these rumours, and do we want to get back to the racing? And it seems like I said last week, there's a way of keeping a sport alive. Like my profession is in major sporting events and marketing communications. That's kind of what I do. So all my information comes from that kind of area. I look at the sport. Yes, I love the racing. Look, I'm an ex-racer. I love the racing. But there's more to the racing than just winning. There's also the off the track, there's the marketing, there's the communications. And these are big players, and our Liberty media are coming. These changes will come. Look at what happens in Formula One. They have a great knack of Formula One through the Drive to Survive to keep people talking about the sport. So what are we talking about now? Okay, we talk about the races, fine, we enjoy them. But a lot of the other effort is going into other activities. Who's signing, what's going on, who's moving, who's breaking a contract. All this stuff is designed to keep MotoGP brand up in the major headlines. This makes it more attractive for sponsors. So don't think this year's all happening by accident. Anyway, I really thank for watching this. If you've really liked this, please give it a thumbs up and like. And look, drop a comment down. If you think I got it all wrong, you tell me. I'm happy to have a chat in the comments. And if you've got some thoughts, then let me know. But anyway, thanks for watching this week, and I'll see you again soon.